Okay, everyone. There's quite a bit of a lag time here. Don't know why that's happening. So good morning. Good morning. Welcome to EdCamp Global. I am streaming live from San Diego, California. You can see my messy office here. But I wanted to share with you a topic that I'm very passionate about, and that is why teachers need to open the digital door. New teachers especially have somewhat of a idea of what their teaching experience is going to be like, because they will have had a practice teaching scenario where they're either working in a classroom half-time or they're working in a classroom full-time as an intern or as a as their student teaching experience. And one of the things that I think just broadsides everyone is how digital the classroom is today. And that really is the purpose of my presentation, which I'm going to share with you and is available online. It's based on a blog post that I did as request for Q, computerusingeducators.org, q.org, and talking about all of the digital tools that are available, whether it's a learning management system or it is a other type of system, whether you use a blog or a wiki or Edmodo or whatever your school possibly provides for you. It's required really to have a digital presence, not only for your classroom materials, but also to communicate to parents, to post assignments, and most all schools record all of their grades digitally. So let me try and bring up a link here. Okay, so here we are. I wanted to, let me get this back up again. All right, here we go again. Okay, so let's see. It says I am screening. I'm sharing my screen. So let's give this a go. Okay, I'm clicking on the present button and it doesn't seem to be moving. So let me go ahead and just do it manually. So once again, this is Open the Digital Door, 21st Century Teaching with 21st Century Learners. And really the premise of this is driven from the Horizon Report by the New Media Consortium that says that our students really need to be addressed. They need to be, we need to think about their learning needs, style, etc. And if you take a look at the Horizon Report K-12 education, we are teaching and needing to teach for a more deep conceptual understanding, for argumentation, for logical reasoning, and there are many things that are coming into play that is, and here we go, should be presenting to everyone now. There are many things that come into play with the 21st century learner, and you know we're halfway through the 21st century here. But let me go ahead and move forward. Now, I don't know if you all can participate. And if you can still hear me, everything is moving dismally, very, very slow. All right. So here's your 21st century learner. They begin their life with just so much digital technology, so much. You know, we listen, we play Mozart and other kinds of soothing music for our children. And many young parents are also giving our students, you know, our future students, the more screen time with a little show, Dora the Explorer or Sesame Street or something online where they're exposed to technology via an iPhone or another type of technology very, very early, sometimes in the womb. So what does a 21st century kid look like? They're connected. They're very much into social media and very much into social action. Case in point, we have an event today. It's First Saturdays in San Diego, and we'll be going to feed the homeless. This is a drawing created by Peter H. Reynolds of the 21st century kid. And you can see that they have their iPod. You know, they're very, very wired. They're also bringing a video camera with them. They have their iPad or their digital device under their arm. And, you know, the 21st century kid really is wired. You can see they're an investigator, they're inspired, they're inspirational, they're brave, they're green, they're a global citizen, etc. Once again, this is the Horizon Report, and please share this freely. I am on the board of the Higher Ed Horizon Report, but Alice Keeler and a couple of other leaders have participated in being on the contributing board for the Horizon Report for K-12. Do take a look at this. Share this with your students. Share this with your parents. Share this with your colleagues. It is a really telling report about what we need to be doing, not just to keep up with the trends, but why it's important that we're integrating a lot of these tools into the curriculum. Here's just a brief snapshot of the Horizon Report. And it's divided in key trends that are accelerating adoption. Adoption meaning they're going to be implemented into the classroom globally. And we also have another section that's significant challenges impeding technology adoption. I'm sure we know all of those. And then also important developments in educational technology for K-12 education. And they're divided into the midterm. And once again, these were key trends from 2013, 2014, the 2015 report is up, live, and ready. Cloud computing, mobile computing, obviously, and learning analytics and more open content, fewer publisher adoptions as we see trending. 3D printing and virtual laboratories, and I would say that these are becoming more prevalent now, not even in the far term. Key trends: personalized learning, increased public policy and concern about privacy, numeracy and computer programming, common core standards, interdisciplinary and applied learning. And we can see that very prevalent with Common Core. Well, here's the myth about our kids. Are they digital natives? Are they digital learners? This is a very old picture of the One Computer for Everyone project by Nicholas Negroponte. And these devices were flown into many places around the world. And is that a toy? No, it's actually a computer that had broadband internet, mostly intranet, and gave the device to every student for $100. It's the $100 laptop. The one myth that I wanted to talk about certainly is, you know, multitasking damages your brain and career. New studies suggest that simultaneously using mobile phones, laptops, and other media devices could be changing the structure of your brain. Well, are students, do they need to be online all the time? No, no. Here's just a skill set about 21st century and some other kinds of resources that I believe will help frame your reasons why teachers need to open the digital door. Okay, so who is online with me? Can you dial in? Can you try and participate in this global ed camp. And boy, I am very orange today. Very orange. Hello. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that a Google Hangout on air is an interactive medium in Google Hangouts. I was hoping so anyway. Let me check my control room here. Okay, I'm enabling chat so we can start to chat. Okay, let me look in my control center and see what else we can get up. All right. Okay, 21st century learning, 21st century teaching. Why do we have to be digitally connected as teachers? If you look at iNACOL, and I'll see if I can share the actual physical report of this. iNACOL is the International Association for K-12 Online Learning, and iNACOL's recent studies say that online learning or digital learning is in a blended environment becoming more prevalent, and you will have opportunities at almost every high school in the United States to take a class online, whether it's credit recovery, whether it is an AP course that's not offered in the district. There are many different scenarios. My daughter just finished taking a class online for the summer that was an elective so that she could possibly help bump up her GPA. So that's one way. You know, a traditional student who's in a face-to-face learning environment, she's going into her senior year in high school, and so she was able to take an online class that was offered by iHigh Virtual Academy here in San Diego, and it worked out very well for everyone involved because she was able to take this elective without being here face-to-face, because we were at ISTE and whole family came. So if we look at other models of instruction, we here in San Diego, and many of the teachers that I work with in San Diego County, their school districts have adopted either a learning management system such as Canvas or Blackboard. Poway Unified has had Blackboard for a very long time. Sweetwater has been using Canvas now for about a year, very successfully, I might add. And other districts around the state are also using either a learning management system or they're using a content management, like social media driven, I don't want to say social media, but more of a social learning platform. There's Edmodo, there's My Big Campus, which is going away. And this is a place where in a traditional setting, students can get online and they can communicate with each other. There's a Dropbox, they can upload their assignments, And this is becoming more of the norm than the exception. So once again, getting back to that new teacher, my colleague Patricia Dickinson, Dr. Dickinson in the San Jose area, she works with pre-service teachers who absolutely need to be able to use Google Docs, need to be able to share collaboratively, and also work collaboratively with their instructor. So it's critical that students are mobile, that they are creating assets that they can transfer, that they can access no matter where they are. And we're hearing from the principals for these students that, excuse me, that they absolutely are delighted when they find out that teacher candidates are schooled using Google Docs as a delivery system. All right, I see that I have 5 viewers, but I can't see you. So let me see if I can pull you up here. It is 7 a.m. Actually 7:29 a.m. in San Diego, California. I'm going to turn my camera off for just a minute so I can see if I can bring the rest of you into the fold here. Okay, so hopefully you all are hearing me, and for some reason I'm not able to bring you into the fold so that you can participate. I did add the group chat so that you could pose questions, and I did eliminate my camera, and hopefully that will help with the bandwidth and the delivery of this broadcast. So perhaps we could say, you know, why shouldn't teachers use digital technology or just digital learning? Well, this certainly is an example of things not working like I thought that they would, but nonetheless, we are broadcasting. And the topic today again is why teachers need to open the digital door. Why teachers need to open the digital door. And some of the points that were made is that our teacher candidates, those who are graduating, and we, by the way, at National University, graduate more teachers than any other institution in California. And those students, we know, those teacher candidates, we know that they absolutely need to be prepared for the digital classroom. And once again, when we look at the trends, we have trends that now are not a trend, they are normal. They're a daily practice, whether it's a one-to-one laptop program or an iPad program or Chromebook. In San Diego County alone, 43 school districts, there are well over 100,000 iPads and probably around the same amount of Chromebooks too. So preparing not only to post digital assets online in either a content management system or a learning management system is really critical. Knowing how to collaborate and teach our students to collaborate online. There are, thousands of school districts who are Google schools, who all have Gmail accounts, and students are, creating accounts where they have a Google Drive. And it's really becoming very prevalent. Now, along with that comes a lot of the hazards of having a lot of digital content, and that is that, are we risking having everything online and not having a traditional portfolio or exit portfolio for high school students in particular? So once again, why do we need to open the digital door? And the digital door is crucial. It's required. It's not an option anymore. Now, I was talking to a young woman she's a second-year teacher in Maryland, and she said that, her name is Jennifer, she said that her parent population does not have access to the internet. And there are many programs through your district office or your county office of educations where they are offering connection at, pennies. So don't let that be an impediment, especially when you know that, students most likely might have television, but they may not have internet. They may not have cable. And that is definitely, an expense that we all need to consider, especially when we're posting all of our assets, all of our content online. The other concern that I have is that students may not have access to any kind of a device in the home. Once again, that typically is not the norm. The norm is that they'll have some kind of a smartphone, they'll have television, they'll have a landline perhaps even. And a lot of content actually can be pushed voice over IP with a telephony connection. So students can connect in Google as easily by tapping in and using the telephone. So whatever the case may be, if you have a demographic that is not having computers per se with an internet connection, you can make connections via the telephone. All right. So I have the chat turned on and I don't see anyone participating. I wonder if I need to trigger something on my end. Okay, I'm sharing a little cartoon with you right now, and this is Work Well with Others. Now, I don't know if any of you have read the poem, Everything I Learned About Life I Learned in Kindergarten. Well, this is working well with others. And one of the 21st century skills, or one of the skills that's mentioned almost ubiquitously in all of the reports, is the skill and the need to be able to collaborate. Now, you can't force people to work with each other. So how do you create a learning environment in online that you invite people to participate? And this is Working Well with Others, JPEG. And it says, I work very well with others as long as they stay well out of my personal space. Don't breathe loudly and leave the communication with me. So collaboration really is the key, but creating a learning environment, and if it is digital, as I've been teaching online for 15 years with adult learners, we need to create a learning environment where there's opportunities to collaborate and to teach collaboration skills online, which, again, I am not modeling because for some reason people aren't able to type in the group chat pod. So I hope that you will have an opportunity to take a look at the presentation and explore all of the links. And thank you for EdCamp Global for providing this opportunity. We had a marvelous session here in San Diego at the Town and Country Hotel that was sponsored by, co-sponsored by, hosted, I should say, by National University and Point Loma University. And it was a marvelous event. And we do have a document that we took notes in EdCamp style of all of the ideas in the sharing sessions during a total of about 2 hours. So I will go ahead and post that link. You can reach me at cynthiaedtech@gmail.com, cchandler@nu.edu, and I look forward to connecting with you. Thanks for attending.